Hi everyone. I will not try to make it a fun video because that's not the mood that I am in, and it's a little bit deeper than that. Uh, I just want to say the observation that I had and the information that I got, and I want to share it with you. The information is from Alexander Korol, and the Russian author that I'm reading and following information of. And he said that he noticed one thing since ever he was aware about human beings, development, and all that. And so he noticed one thing about people, that people, when things happen to them, let's say bad things happen to them, something is painful, or something makes them cry, or someone makes them angry, people choose not to pay attention to these things. Yeah, it's painful at the moment, and then the moment passes and people forget about it. But what has to be done in such things? You have to be aware that something happens to you. And second thing, you have to perceive it as something that is given to you, as a lesson, as a situation that you have to learn. And like this, you will see what you can do with it. Most of the time we get these negative feelings from people. Or you're envying someone, or someone envies you. You cry. You're angry at something. And we never look inwards. We never look at ourselves. We never have awareness or courage to ask ourselves why we feel this way, why we feel anger, why we feel envious, why we want to cheat, why we want to steal something. We never ask ourselves these things. And that's the problem of human beings. Those ones who try to get in the spirituality, on the spiritual development, they don't know these things, they don't notice. And that's the real problem of people, because everything that is given to us at every situation, at every single moment of our life, is there to develop us, to make us better. So how can you be better if you don't pay attention to things that happen to you? Let's say you have a car, or I don't know, or a house. No, let's say you have a car, and then you need to fix the car. It's broken somewhere. So what will you do? You can't drive a car anymore. You have to fix it. So the same with yourself. We don't function properly like we have to. We are not super happy, or we're just regularly happy all the time. But that's what we are when we're kids, right? We're so worryless and happy about everything. Why you tell me now, like, yeah, but I have my bills to pay and all that. But who says that earning money should be difficult? Maybe you just chose a difficult part. Then you will say, oh, but what about karma? But look at yourself first. Look within yourself first. Look what you're surrounded with. The situations that you are in every day. The people that you are with. Maybe they try to teach you something. And what we do usually every day, we just pass by these moments. It's like, okay, something made you cry. You watch a movie and you're crying. Why? Did you ask yourself why you're crying? Because it's about the love, and then you want love like that. So why don't you have love like this? Why can't you ask yourself, why I don't have love like that, like in the movie? You can ask yourself, and then maybe you will not get answer right away, which I do all the time. But I learned it. I learned how to do that. So maybe you will have to sit several nights with a notebook and try to write down everything that comes to your mind. Or you met with your mother or a relative, I don't know. And then what happens there is you feel anger and you feel like, oh, I don't want to see these people again. Come on, like again. And then why don't you ask yourself, but why do I feel what I feel towards them? what to do with this. I don't want to feel like that. Well, not just because they're your relatives, but it's not nice to feel anger and negative feelings toward anyone whatsoever, whosoever. So the problem you see of people is we are not conscious and aware of things that are around us, but these things are there to develop, to bring us a little bit closer to the awareness, to open awareness a little bit more, to unlock this new level of something. And more you pay attention to the things that surround you, the more you will become free from them. Because let's say something happens to you when you do grocery shopping, and then someone stepped on your foot, whatsoever. What do? You get angry immediately. Why would you do so? You choose to be angry. You choose to react with anger. But what if you would choose to react with nothing? It's like, yeah, sorry, well, it's okay. And then nothing inside you, nothing in your heart or in your soul over there somewhere, nothing would move. Isn't it the best feeling to have? Like when you're like so peaceful and balanced that you just feel no wrong or negative emotions. That's somewhere where I would like to be. That's something that I'm trying to achieve. And I pay attention to every single moment in my life. I pay attention to people I meet, to emotions I have. Yeah, okay, you want to know what to do with it, right? You want to know how to do this. Well, I can't tell you how, particularly for you it will work. But what worked for me, it was not like one day thing. It was last year. The whole year of 2019 was for me year of awareness. And that's the year when I didn't just learn what is awareness, but how it works and how it works for me and how I became more aware of myself. I don't know if there is any manual, but first thing is to understand that you are different from your body and your emotions. That was the most revolutionary thing you could have think about. Second is to pay attention to your emotions at every single moment of your life. When you drink your coffee in the morning or tea, when you take your breakfast, when you talk to your loved ones, when you talk to the ones that you hate, or when you browse your social media. So everything gives you emotion. Everything gives you negative, positive, or nothing. You know, you have to watch these things. You have to watch yourself reacting to these things. And when you see the reactions, when you notice them, you understand. And sometimes you don't understand, but you have to ask yourself then, what is it about? What is it for? What is it innate for you? And maybe you just have wrong beliefs. Let's say you want to buy something and it's just too expensive. But in fact, it's not expensive. You just think it's too expensive and you think you're not worth it. So you have to ask yourself, what is there? Why you think? What's the worst thing will happen? That when you buy this thing, what you become, what will happen to you? And you think maybe that you're not worth it. So it's a false belief, it's a wrong belief, or it's a negative belief, or it's a belief from your past, something that doesn't serve you now at this moment because you want that thing that you aim for. So what you can do here, again, piece of paper, pen, night, whatever you want, alcohol, you don't want alcohol, sad music, I don't know, whatever works for you. Certain things work for me too. So it's not like there is everything for everyone and it's the same. Just find what exactly works for you and don't neglect signs, don't neglect things that you see every day that are there, the emotions that you feel towards other people, the emotions that you feel even just, I don't know, browsing your social media, because that's something that is it impacts us so much it's it's the worst thing, it's the most strong thing that is there for our psychology. And once you learn how to watch yourself, you will start becoming aware, and you will start being not just bot, like, you know, like those bots that are there replying to the computers for people in Facebook or anywhere else. You will start being a conscious being, and that is completely different life. Thank you.